Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Still sitting in the same spot. Okay, this is the third video that I'm shooting right now. We did protocol and number of ewes that we did for our embryo transfer of Australian white sheep. And then this last video that we did was walking through the whole protocol. Be sure to go back and watch those. The full link for the playlist will be in the description box, so check that out. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the genetics of our embryos and then also the ewes that we chose for it. Let me talk about the ewes really quick first. So we had, I talked to a few different people because a lot of the Australian whites that are being brought over are being embryo transferred because there's not that many of them, for breeding. So I talked to a few different people that were doing embryo transfer or had done it before. And one gentleman was telling me that he used recips that were wool sheep. And the reason for that was because he wanted the size of the wool sheep to be able to support the size of the Australian white. Instead of putting a small Katahdin, like an embryo of an Australian white in a small Katahdin sheep, smaller framed, he wanted that larger frame to carry the Australian white. And I understood that, but like I've talked about in other videos, our biosecurity is like a big point for us. So I wasn't, my husband Ryan and I decided that we were going to be using our own recips and just pick our larger frame girls or our more mature girls. And the girls that we chose were, I guess, what was it? 6 of them were from 6 or 7. No, 7 of them, because we did 8 recips. So 7 of them were from this farm that is near us called Jaco Farms. We had gotten all 7 of these girls like our first year of having sheep. We got a few from them. They are like a Katahdin, and you can I feel like I can kind of see a little bit of St. Croix in them, but mostly Katahdin, and they are larger frame than our other Katahdins, and we just love these girls. I will have to leave, if you check out any of our other videos, you'll be able to see them, and I obviously took videos and pictures of us doing the embryo transfer, so you guys can see pictures of them there, but you'll be able to see that they're a little bit heavier frame and they look a little bit different than like a Katahdin that a lot of people are used to. So we were very excited to use them. They have been great sheep for us. And then one of the embryos that we did, or one of the sheep that we did for a recip, was a F1, and we have been in love with our F1s that we've gotten here on the farm. I'm very excited for this year. We're going to have a lot of F1s on the ground. And so just building those numbers. Very exciting. Very exciting stuff. So, yeah, but be sure that you're subscribed so you can see, I'm doing like a vlog of us. I have the videos from us taking the sheep to SEK. So I'll be putting that in the playlist for embryo transfer. Sorry, I was looking. Okay. The other thing with this is that we eventually, after, 45 days, we did ultrasounding on these girls. And so we were able to figure out who bred and who didn't. We got 4 out of the 6 embryos, which is really exciting. But I was looking to see that, yeah, one of our F1 girls is one that is bred. So I gotta memorize these numbers, goodness, because we're gonna be having lambs soon. It's the beginning of March. They are due at the April 8th, so very shortly around the corner. But okay, the embryos that we got. So we purchased 6 embryos. I know, not a lot. A lot of people purchase way more than that. Budget wise, we were not able to purchase more than 6 at this time, and so that's what we were going with. I'm very thankful that AAWSBA was like willing to sell us only 6. I've talked to other people in the past, and just it's hard. Like, they want you to have, I got to keep that in mind. Budget wise, I'm like, that's all that I can afford. You know, that's enough. That's a pretty penny there to get those embryos. But they want you to have a successful embryo transfer, if that makes sense. So like, the more numbers that you get, you know, if you were to buy 50 embryos and transfer all those, you're going to have a higher rate, hopefully, of successful embryo transfers or live lambs on the ground. So for us getting 4 out of the 6, it's just a God thing for sure. Just like that, I don't even know what the percentage is. I wish I could tell you guys. I don't know. Is it 50 or 40%? I don't know. I don't know what the success rate is for this. It's just it's I don't know. It's a hard thing. It's not natural, not supernatural. I don't think it depends on the lab that you go to, but like, there's a lot of variables, if that makes sense. And it's a risky thing versus buying a live ram. So take that for what it is. You can weigh out what you want to do. But we've been happy with it so far, and we might do it in the future again. We'll see. But anyways, so out of those 6 embryos, we had 5 so all of these embryos came from Australia. They were shipped from Australia to RSG, Reproduction Specialty Group in Indiana, and that's where they are being housed. They are owned by AAWSBA, so American Australian White Sheep Breeders Association is who owns these embryos. And we purchased our embryos from AAWSBA. And so the straws that they were in, so the embryos, they don't just come over and like, they're in straws, and then in those straws has, you know, I don't know how it exactly works, but our straws that we got, there was 1 single embryo in one, and then there was 5 in the other. And so these straws have 2 different they're different bloodlines. So the 5 embryos, I have the genetics of like the mother. Well, I have the numbers of the mother and the father. And then for the single one, I have the same. But there's actually video of the rams that are for, I think these 2 rams are for all these embryos that they have at RSG. So it is 190010 and then 190090. And so the one ending in 10 we had 5 of, and then the one ending in 90 we had 1 of. And so we were hoping, with a hope and a prayer, that we would get that. You know, you'd hate to get a ram, or, you know, all of your rams from those same genetics, if that makes sense, from the 10. If you got all of your rams from there, well, then you don't have a replacement ram. You know what I'm trying to say? They all are from the same mother and father. So you can't like just use those genetics over and over. So anyways, we got this 90, one of our ewes is bred with that embryo, and then 3 of our other ewes are bred with this 10. And I will try to leave a link, or maybe put at the end of this video the little clip of these rams in there, because they got some big butts. There's one that's nice. He looks really good, but he's got like a nice butt on him that Ryan and I were like, oh, that's awesome. I think it was the 90 guy, and we were just really thrilled to have that one take. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we get. And, you know, of course, you're never promised if you're going to get rams anyways. But like I've said before, we can always do embryo transfer again. It'll just put us in a pickle if we don't get a ram lamb, or if we don't get a couple ram lambs this go around, because we are at the point that we need to sell our existing, our ram that we have, because we've had him for 2 to 3 years, and he's not bred. Like, we've just been getting F1s, which is good. We have got a couple F2s, but mostly just F1s. So anyways, that is all with this video. I think the next video that we'll have in this series is probably us taking the little vlog of us taking them to get them transferred. And then I want to do another video of like walking you guys through the process, because I have some pictures of it. I didn't want to, you know, intrude and like take video of it, but I was able to get some really good pictures of what he was doing, and so I can walk you guys through that process. And then by then, you know, it should be about April 8th. So very exciting to take you guys along. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you leave them in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video. And say a prayer for us that we get a ram lamb out of 9-0 or even 1-0. Hopefully. Okay, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.